I don't do intros. How you guys doing today? I'm doing all right today. Today I have a little bit of an updated build for you guys. This is my Moonlight Knight character. I just went back to him and I added some cool new things to him. And one of those things being the Crescent Moon Axe. If you guys don't know, this axe was actually, well, all gray axes actually were buffed in the patch 1.09. They're much faster now, way better, and they're pretty fun. And the Crescent Moon Axe is one that kind of stands out because it has this really cool sweeping R2 attack, which you're going to see right here. It's just a really, really good move. And yeah, I decided why not throw that on the Moonlight Knight. It's called the Crescent Moon Axe. You know, I'm trying to use things that are related to the moon, so why not have an axe that's kind of shaped like a crescent moon on the build? Makes sense to me. By the way, I think it's actually gonna bounce off the ant shield here. Look at this. If it does happen, let me see. Look at that. My axe actually bounced off the ant shield. That's insane. Um. Anyway, guys, before we talk too much about the build, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like and subscribe buttons on the video, that would absolutely mean the world to me. We literally just hit 500 subscribers here on the channel, and since doing that we've gained 30 subs in like 5 days or something like that. So I just wanted to thank you guys again so much for all the support and stuff. We're on the road to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. I think we can do it if we're being tenacious enough. But yeah, guys, just want to thank you for that. Also, if you guys are interested in live streaming at all, or watching me stream like live invasions and stuff like that, be sure to follow my Twitch account, man. I'll put it on the screen right now. It just doesn't say any YT over there on Twitch. You'll be able to find me. Road to 50 followers on Twitch. I think we're at 20 something right now. All the people on Twitch have been very, very nice to me, so shout out to them. Bloody Finger, Mr. Crowley Mister, Mega Rep Butler, all those guys. Praise the Pixel. Really cool Twitch streamers, been really, really nice to me on there. Just wanted to give them a little bit of a shout out on a video. So there they go. Anyway, these guys in front of me here. So I invaded Radon's Beach, and I was like, okay, I see colossal swords, I see ruined great swords. I don't actually want to fight you guys. And so I just like said, okay, go fight the boss. I'll sit here, you know, I'll take up the invasion spot. You guys don't have to worry about anything. I'll just sit here, and you guys can just go fight the boss in peace. They were sitting there in front of me. It was obvious they wanted to gank me, and then they pretended like they were gonna run down there and fight the boss. I guess they think they thought that I was trying to get like a reaction out of me. I don't know. Um, it didn't work. I didn't care, and then they decided to come up and try to fight me anyway. And this is what happened to them. They get the bags, man. They get the bags. And a backstab to boot as well. So we have two versions of the Crescent Moon Axe on this build. We have a magic infused one with sword dance for max AR as possible we can get on this build, because we're at 80 intelligence, so makes sense that we want to magic infuse our weapon to get as much damage as we can. And the other one is cold infused, which does add int scaling but doesn't do enough damage. And then of course we add waves of darkness to it. You know, it's kind of thematic with the build. Waves of darkness. The moon only comes out in darkness. And then, you know, it's cold infused to inflict a little bit of a status proc. And also waves of darkness is just really good for just getting people off of you. These guys were ganking for hours when I was trying to make this video, by the way. They killed me like 5 times. They were doing this thing where they would 1v1 me and the other one would jump in right when I was about to kill their friend, and then you know, you're seeing the result of me getting tired of their bullshit right here. So something else I added to the build besides the Crescent Moon Axes, that you're gonna see right now actually, is I added a you know, the crossbow that does the 3 shots. That one, I added that one to the build. I forget what the pulley crossbow. It's probably called a pulley crossbow, but I'm not actually sure. The reason why I did that is because there is an item in the game called the meteor bolt, and I read item description one time and I thought it said that it was made of Moonlight, which I guess technically it is made of Moonlight. But the more you read the item description, the stranger the item becomes, and it actually sent me on a little bit of the Easter egg hunt. So I read the item description of the meteor bolt right when I was making this video. Actually, this was all after the video, so you're not going to see it in the video. But I was reading it during this recording, actually, toward the end, and it said that it was made in tandem with the quote-unquote full moon crossbow. Now, I didn't know about the existence of a full moon crossbow, but I went and looked for it, and I found it. And then I thought, okay, so the meteor bolts pair with this, maybe it does something special when they are paired together, right? So I tested out the damage, and the damage was kind of mediocre when it was unupgraded. And then I read the description of the full moon crossbow, expecting it to say something about the meteor bolts. And then it actually didn't say anything about the meteor bolts. It said something else. It said that to get the full power of this weapon, you should use it with holy infused bolts. Now this is a crossbow, the full moon crossbow I'm talking about here. That is, it's an intelligence crossbow. So it made no sense to me as to why the full power would be brought out by holy infused bolts. So I read the description again, and it said that this weapon was actually made, the full moon crossbow that is, in matrimony between Renala and Radagon, making it I guess giving it some kind of faith thing to it, but it doesn't scale with faith at all. By the way, stupid red right here, just the dumbest red in the world. So I was confused by this. So I went and got holy bolts. And so what is holy infused bolts? What is that? So the only quote-unquote holy infused bolts in the game is not actually the golden bolts, but it's instead something called the Halleckbone bolt, which you have to craft. So I went and I got golden sunflowers and thin beats bones, and I crafted some. And I wanted to test like if something cool happens with the full moon crossbow. Nothing happens. The item description is a complete lie. It doesn't do anything cool. As a matter of fact, it does less damage than the meteor bolts. And I tested it with a +9 full moon crossbow. So the item description completely lied, unless it was actually talking about golden bolts and not Halleckbone bolts. But I highly doubt it. I think it was actually talking about the Halleckbone bolts. But I guess I could go back and test it. Maybe I'll do that after I record this video. But yeah, guys, very interesting Easter egg hunt. There's all kinds of things that can happen when you actually sit down and read item descriptions instead of just, you know, blindly upgrading a pulley crossbow. Which I do think the pulley crossbow is still better. I did test the damage on the meteor bolt with the full moon crossbow. I'm not gonna lie. When I hit a Godric soldier with a headshot, it did almost 600 damage, which kind of surprised me. The Halleckbone bolts were nowhere near that, and it didn't do anything cool, like I said, with the full moon crossbow. So I don't. If you guys know if this is correct or not, let me know, because I'm very interested in the full moon crossbow and getting it to work properly. Let me know if anything changes with it if you put on golden bolts or anything like that. Because I would really like to use it on the build. And just, you know, just play around with it. Trying to use everything in conjunction with the moon and stuff like that on this build. This is the Moonlight Night after all. But with that being said, guys, this is the end of the video. Here's all my stats, weapons, upgrades, all that stuff, talismans, fashion, everything here. If you guys like this kind of content, it's kind of PvP content, it's kind of build making content, invasions, duels, I do it all. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, man. We just passed the 500 subscriber mark, and we're trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the year. I think we can do it if we're tenacious enough. And yeah, guys. With that being said, fare thee well, peace out, and all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys later, man.